Focus on you every day, ladies and gentlemen, every single day. Life hands us a choice. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the moment you close them at night, the world is pulling at you, demanding your attention. The noise is constant. The expectations are endless. But let me tell you something important: if you don't focus on yourself, no one else will. See, you've got a responsibility not just to others, but to you. A responsibility to nurture your gifts, to hone your skills, to build your character, and to protect your peace. Because if you're not whole, how can you give your best to anyone else? You can't pour from an empty cup. Every day you've got to wake up and choose you, not in a selfish way, but in a purposeful way. Focus on your growth. Focus on your health, mental, physical, and spiritual. Focus on what fuels your fire. The things that make you better. The things that align with who you were born to be. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. This world is full of distractions. Social media, gossip, the comparison game, all those voices telling you who to be, what to wear, how to live. Let me tell you this, none of that matters. What matters is the voice inside of you. That quiet whisper telling you to keep going, to dig deeper, to believe in yourself even when it feels like no one else does. Listen to that voice. And when you fall, and you will fall, don't stay down. Dust yourself off. Learn from it. Grow from it. Because the truth is, those moments of failure are just as important as the victories. They teach you resilience. They teach you grit. They remind you of what you're made of. You've got to focus on you every day, because every day is a chance to get better. It's a chance to take one more step toward your dreams. One more step toward the person you're meant to be. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time. The time is now. So I'll leave you with this: when you wake up tomorrow, make a promise to yourself. Promise to give yourself grace when you need it, but also push yourself when you can. Promise to block out the noise and focus on the work. Promise to show up for yourself every single day. Because when you focus on you, when you truly invest in yourself, the world doesn't just see your shine, it feels it. Now go on. Focus on you and watch what happens. Prioritize yourself with purpose. Focus on your personal growth, health, and well-being every day, not selfishly, but with intention and purpose to become the best version of yourself. Silence the noise, block out external distractions like social media, comparison, and criticism. Instead, listen to your inner voice and stay aligned with your true purpose. Embrace failure as growth. Understand that falling is part of the journey. Learn from setbacks, use them to build resilience, and keep moving forward. Consistency is key. Commit to showing up for yourself daily. Every day presents a new opportunity to grow, improve, and move closer to your goals. Protect your energy. Focus on things that fuel your passion, align with your values, and contribute to your peace and well-being. Seize the moment. Don't wait for the perfect time to invest in yourself. The time to focus on you and your journey is always now. Focusing on yourself with purpose means understanding that your growth, health, and well-being are not just optional pursuits, they are essential. This is about creating a life where your priorities align with your values and where your energy is directed toward becoming the best version of yourself. It's not a selfish act, it's a deliberate and necessary one. Because when you're at your best, you bring your best to the people around you and the world at large. Every day you wake up, you have an opportunity to make choices. Some choices will pull you closer to who you want to become, while others will steer you away from that path. The key is to approach these choices with intention. It's not about going through the motions or just getting by. It's about living with a sense of purpose. It means asking yourself, what can I do today that will bring me closer to my goals? How can I invest in myself so I grow stronger, wiser, and more capable? Investing in your personal growth is one of the most profound acts of self-respect. When you choose to read, to learn, to practice, or to engage in activities that challenge and develop you, you're sending a message to yourself that you're worth the effort. It's about cultivating skills, broadening your understanding, and sharpening your talents, not for the applause or the accolades, but because you know your potential deserves to be realized. You owe it to yourself to nurture the gifts you've been given. Health is another cornerstone of focusing on yourself. Without good physical and mental health, everything else becomes harder to achieve. Prioritizing your health means eating nourishing foods, moving your body, and getting enough rest. It also means managing stress, recognizing when you need help, and taking care of your mental well-being. Too often, people sacrifice their health in pursuit of external achievements, only to realize later that no amount of success can compensate for a body or mind that has been neglected. Treat your health as the foundation of everything you do. Well-being goes beyond physical and mental health. It includes your emotional and spiritual balance. To focus on yourself with purpose means protecting your peace and creating space for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. It's about saying no to what drains you and yes to what uplifts you. It might mean spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or simply sitting in silence to reflect. Whatever brings you clarity and centers you, make it a priority. Purposeful focus on yourself also involves aligning your actions with your values. Too often, people find themselves living lives dictated by others, trying to meet expectations that don't align with who they truly are. When you take the time to reflect on your values and live in alignment with them, you unlock a deeper sense of satisfaction and meaning. It becomes easier to say no to distractions and yes to the things that truly matter. This daily focus requires discipline. There will be days when it feels easier to put yourself last, to give in to the demands of others, or to let life's distractions pull you away from your path. But when you choose to focus on yourself with purpose, you're choosing to prioritize your long-term growth and happiness over temporary convenience. It's not always an easy choice, but it's always a worthwhile one. Ultimately, when you commit to focusing on yourself with purpose, you create a ripple effect. Your growth inspires others. Your health and energy uplift those around you. Your clarity and alignment lead to stronger relationships and a greater impact. But it all starts with you making the conscious decision every single day to invest in yourself, to nurture your potential, and to live with intention. In a world filled with constant noise and endless distractions, learning to silence the chaos and focus on what truly matters is a skill that can transform your life. Every day, there are countless forces competing for your attention: social media notifications, the demands of work, the expectations of society, and even your own internal doubts. The challenge is to separate the meaningful from the meaningless, to recognize what truly deserves your energy, and to silence the distractions that pull you away from your purpose. The first step in silencing the noise is understanding its impact. Distractions aren't just harmless interruptions. They steal your time, dilute your focus, and drain your energy. Every time you scroll through a feed, compare yourself to someone else, or get caught up in trivial matters, you're giving away moments that could be spent on your growth and well-being. The world is full of voices telling you what you should want, how you should live, and who you should be. But none of those voices matter if they drown out your own. To quiet the external noise, you must become intentional about how you engage with the world. Start by setting boundaries. Decide how much time you're willing to spend on activities that don't serve your goals or your peace of mind. Limit your exposure to negativity, whether it comes from people, media, or environments that don't align with your values. Remember, not everything that demands your attention deserves it. You have the power to choose where you place your focus. Another powerful tool for silencing the noise is cultivating presence. When you're fully present in the moment, distractions lose their grip. Presence allows you to tune into what's happening right now, instead of getting lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking a few deep breaths can help you center yourself and quiet the mental chatter. However, it's not just about silencing the external distractions, it's also about quieting the internal noise. Often, the loudest and most persistent distractions come from within, from self-doubt, fear, or the pressure to be perfect. These internal voices can be even more challenging to manage because they're rooted in your thoughts and beliefs. But you have the ability to challenge them. When your mind tells you you're not good enough or you'll never succeed, respond with compassion and self-affirmation. Remind yourself of your strengths, your progress, and your worth. Part of silencing the noise also involves learning to trust yourself. The world will always have opinions about who you should be and what you should do, but those opinions are not your truth. Your truth comes from within. It's that quiet, steady voice that knows your dreams, your values, and your purpose. Trusting yourself means tuning into that voice and letting it guide your actions, even when the outside world tries to sway you. A practical way to stay focused amid the noise is to prioritize your goals and values. When you're clear about what matters most to you, it becomes easier to tune out what doesn't. Write down your goals. reflect on your values. Revisit them often. Use them as a compass to guide your decisions and filter out distractions. When you know where you're going, you're less likely to be thrown off course by irrelevant detours. Lastly, remember that silencing the noise is a daily practice. The distractions won't disappear overnight, and there will be times when the noise feels overwhelming. But each time you choose to step back, to tune into yourself, and to focus on what truly matters, you're building a habit of mindfulness and intention. It's not about achieving perfect focus, it's about consistently bringing yourself back to center. By silencing the noise, you create space for clarity, for creativity, and for connection with your authentic self. You reclaim your time and your energy, and you use them to build a life that aligns with your purpose. The noise may always be there, but it doesn't have to define your reality. You have the power to choose what you listen to and what you let go. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but how you respond to it defines who you are and where you'll go. It's easy to see failure as the end of the road, a sign that you're not good enough, or that your efforts were wasted. But in truth, failure is one of the most valuable teachers you'll ever encounter. When you embrace failure as an opportunity for growth, you unlock a strength within yourself that no amount of success can ever provide. To grow from failure, the first step is to change how you perceive it. Too often, failure is seen as something shameful, something to avoid at all costs. But the reality is, failure isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you're trying, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and taking risks. Every time you fail, you've gained experience and insight you didn't have before. It's not about the fall, it's about what you learn when you get back up. One of the most important lessons failure teaches is resilience. When you face setbacks, you're forced to dig deep and find the strength to keep going. That process builds character. It shows you that you're capable of handling challenges and that a single stumble doesn't define your journey. Each time you get back up, you become stronger, more determined, and better equipped to face the next obstacle. Failure also forces you to confront your weaknesses, and that's where real growth begins. It's not always comfortable to look at where you went wrong, but it's necessary if you want to improve. Maybe you need to refine your skills, rethink your strategy, or approach the situation from a different angle. Whatever the lesson may be, failure has a way of shining a light on areas that need attention. And when you're willing to learn, those areas become opportunities for transformation. Another crucial aspect of growing from failure is developing humility. Success can sometimes make people complacent or overly confident, but failure humbles you. It reminds you that you're human, that there's always more to learn, and that you don't have all the answers. This humility isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It keeps you grounded, open to feedback, and willing to adapt. It's through this openness that true growth happens. Failure also teaches you patience. In a world that often glorifies instant success, it can be hard to remember that great things take time. Failure slows you down, forcing you to pause, reflect, and reassess. It reminds you that progress isn't always linear and that every step, even the missteps, is part of the journey. When you embrace this perspective, you learn to appreciate the process and trust that every setback is a setup for a comeback. It's important to acknowledge that failure can be painful. It can hurt your pride, challenge your confidence, and leave you questioning your abilities. But pain is also a powerful motivator. It pushes you to grow in ways you never imagined. The discomfort of failure is temporary, but the lessons you gain from it last a lifetime. When you shift your focus from the pain of the moment to the growth it can bring, failure becomes less of a burden and more of a gift. Failure also reminds you to celebrate effort over outcome. Not every attempt will lead to success, but every attempt teaches you something. By focusing on the effort you put in, you can take pride in your perseverance and commitment. Success isn't just about the final result, it's about the journey, the lessons learned, and the person you become along the way. Lastly, failure connects you with others. It's a universal experience, something every person faces at some point. When you share your struggles and vulnerabilities, you create opportunities for connection, understanding, and support. You realize you're not alone, and that sense of shared humanity can be incredibly empowering. In the end, failure is not a reflection of your limitations, it's a stepping stone to your potential. It's a reminder that growth often comes from the hardest lessons and that the path to success is rarely a straight line. When you embrace failure as part of the process, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth, learning, and transformation. Consistency is the cornerstone of progress and the bridge between goals and achievements. While talent and ambition are essential, they are not enough on their own. Without consistent effort, even the most capable individuals will struggle to make meaningful progress. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about showing up, doing the work, and making steady progress every single day, even when it feels difficult, even when it feels slow. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it happens in grand, sweeping moments. We often admire the finished product but overlook the countless hours of effort, persistence, and small actions that led to it. Consistency is the quiet force behind every achievement. It's not always glamorous and it's rarely easy, but it's the factor that separates those who dream from those who achieve. When you commit to consistency, you create habits that serve your goals. Habits are powerful because they automate your actions, making it easier to stay on track. When you repeat a positive behavior daily, it becomes second nature, reducing the need for willpower or motivation. For example, if you're working toward a fitness goal, consistently showing up to exercise, even if it's just for 20 minutes a day, can lead to significant results over time. The same applies to any area of your life, whether it's learning a new skill, building relationships, or advancing in your career. Consistency also builds momentum. Each small action you take propels you forward, making the next step easier. Imagine pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At first, it's incredibly challenging, but as you keep going, the boulder begins to move more smoothly. That's the power of momentum. When you stay consistent, your efforts compound over time, leading to exponential growth. Another benefit of consistency is that it creates trust in yourself and in others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you build self-confidence. You prove to yourself that you can be reliable and disciplined, which reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Others notice your consistency too. Whether it's colleagues, friends, or family, people are more likely to trust and support someone who demonstrates steady effort over time. However, staying consistent requires discipline. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up, when the work feels tedious, or when progress seems invisible. These are the moments when consistency matters most. It's easy to be consistent when you're motivated, but true growth happens when you push through, even when the excitement fades. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation wanes. Consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. What matters is that you get back on track as quickly as possible. Missing one workout, skipping a study session, or taking a day off doesn't mean you failed. What counts is your ability to regroup and recommit. Consistency is about the long game, and occasional missteps won't derail your progress if you keep going. Another critical aspect of consistency is pacing yourself. Trying to do too much too quickly can lead to burnout, making it harder to sustain your efforts over time. Instead, focus on small, manageable actions that you can maintain. It's better to take consistent baby steps than to sprint and burn out. Remember, progress is cumulative, and even the smallest steps add up over time. Consistency also requires a clear sense of purpose. When you know why you're pursuing a goal, it's easier to stay committed. Take time to reflect on your reasons for wanting to achieve something. Whether it's for personal growth, to improve your well-being, or to create a better future for yourself and your loved ones, keeping your why in mind will fuel your determination. Finally, consistency teaches you patience. In a world that values instant gratification, it's easy to feel discouraged when results don't come quickly. But meaningful progress takes time. Consistency forces you to trust the process and believe in the power of small daily actions. It's about planting seeds and nurturing them, even when you don't see immediate results, knowing that with time and care, they will grow into something extraordinary. When you commit to showing up for yourself every day, you're making a promise to honor your goals, respect your journey, and believe in your potential. Consistency might not always feel exciting, but it's the foundation upon which greatness is built. It's the quiet, persistent effort that transforms dreams into reality, one step at a time. Protecting your energy is one of the most important commitments you can make to yourself. In a world that constantly pulls you in a million directions, it's easy to feel drained, overwhelmed, or disconnected. Your energy is finite. It's your life force, your fuel for everything you do. How you manage and protect it directly impacts your ability to thrive, create, and grow. Focusing on the things that fuel your passion, align with your values, and contribute to your peace is not just wise, it's essential. The first step to protecting your energy is recognizing that not all demands on your time and attention are equal. Some things recharge and invigorate you, while others deplete you. To make the most of your energy, you need to become intentional about where it goes. Take inventory of your daily activities, relationships, and commitments. Ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Does this align with my goals? Does this make me feel alive, or does it leave me feeling empty? By identifying what lifts you up versus what drags you down, you can begin to set boundaries that honor your well-being. Setting boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to protect your energy. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or avoiding responsibility. They're about creating a space where your needs and priorities are respected. This could mean saying no to commitments that don't serve you, limiting time with people who drain your energy, or carving out moments in your day to recharge. Saying no can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting others' needs ahead of your own. But remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, you're saying yes to yourself. Another key to protecting your energy is surrounding yourself with people who inspire, support, and uplift you. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset and energy levels. Positive, encouraging relationships can energize you and push you to be your best, while toxic or draining relationships can sap your strength and derail your progress. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. If someone consistently leaves you feeling exhausted or discouraged, it may be time to reevaluate that relationship or create some distance. Your environment also plays a significant role in protecting your energy. Cluttered, chaotic spaces can drain your focus and productivity, while organized, calming environments can help you feel more centered and clear-headed. Take the time to create spaces that reflect your values and bring you peace. Whether it's your home, workspace, or the places you visit regularly, ensure they support your well-being and allow you to recharge. Protecting your energy also means prioritizing self-care. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about doing the things that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. This could mean getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, moving your body, meditating, or spending time in nature. It could also mean indulging in hobbies, reading a good book, or simply taking a break when you need one. Whatever self-care looks like for you, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Another important benefit of celebrating small wins is that it fosters resilience. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but when you regularly recognize your progress, it becomes easier to keep going in the face of adversity. Small wins remind you that even when things get tough, you're still moving forward. They provide a sense of hope and a reminder that persistence pays off. How you choose to celebrate small wins is entirely up to you. It doesn't have to be elaborate or time-consuming. It could be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your effort, writing down your accomplishments in a journal, or sharing your progress with a friend or mentor. For some, it might mean treating themselves to something they enjoy, like a favorite meal, a walk in nature, or a well-deserved break. The key is to make the celebration meaningful to you, something that reinforces the value of your effort and inspires you to keep going. It's also important to recognize that small wins look different for everyone. What might seem minor to someone else could be a significant achievement for you, and that's okay. Success is personal, and your journey is unique. Celebrate the victories that matter to you, whether it's completing a task you've been procrastinating on, learning something new, or simply showing up for yourself on a challenging day. In addition, celebrating small wins doesn't mean you're settling for less. It's not about lowering your standards or losing sight of your larger goals. Instead, it's about appreciating the steps that lead to those goals. It's about recognizing that progress is a series of small actions, decisions, and moments that add up over time. By honoring those moments, you're affirming your commitment to the bigger picture. Lastly, celebrating small wins creates a ripple effect. The positive energy you generate from acknowledging your progress spills over into other areas of your life. It boosts your morale, it strengthens your relationships, and inspires those around you. When people see you celebrating your journey, it encourages them to do the same, creating a culture of gratitude and growth. Every small win is a reminder that you are capable, that you are making progress, and that you are worthy of celebration. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the grand finale. It's about finding joy and pride in the steps you take every day. When you celebrate small wins, you nurture a mindset of positivity, resilience, and gratitude, empowering yourself to keep moving forward with confidence and purpose. In life, your greatest work is focusing on yourself every day, embracing failure, staying consistent, protecting your energy, and celebrating every step forward. Growth isn't about grand moments, it's in the small, deliberate actions you take daily. Trust the process, honor your journey, and remember success starts and ends with you.